Welcome to another episode of Relief Blend, Relief Power Blend, warming CBD governance, just Entonics USA generally. So last week we talked about Nigella sativa, continuity actually of our Nigella sativa, that's the black cumin seed, and we talked about the pharmacological activity of this Nigella sativa, and we talked about the antioxidant. The antioxidant activity of this Nigella sativa. We talked about free radicals, we talked about the cancerous cells and several others. So this week we are going to be continuing on the pharmacological activity of Nigella sativa seed. Don't go anywhere. So number 2, we are talking about the anti-diabetic activity. Anti-diabetic activity of the Nigella sativa seed. Yes, the black cumin seed can help fight diabetes. Isn't that good news? Well, it is. So, anti-diabetic activity, even with the advancement of the management of diabetes mellitus, exploration of innovative agents continues. Since the existing synthetic agents like the injecting of insulin, if a person is suffering from diabetes mellitus, the person can be injecting insulin into their bloodstream. So now, some of these numerous synthetic agents, they have their own numerous limitations, as in there's a limit to what it can combat. So definitely, we should be thinking of a more permanent solution, and that is where the Nigella sativa comes in. The administration of black cumin seed for 1 month to streptozocin-induced diabetic rats displayed a significant reduction of fasting plasma glucose, serum MDA, interleukin 6, and immunoglobulin A, G, and M, while substantial increments of endogenous antioxidant enzymes, SOD, glutathione S-transferase, and catalase expression were noticed. Okay, so this is just a lab test, like usually the way we carry out our test in the lab, when we have our control, we have sample A, sample B, sample C, probably to C or infinity, and then these rats were induced, the diabetes in them was induced, and then we are trying to see if black cumin seed can help. This is not my work, I'm quoting the person who did this work, and definitely you should know that before somebody will come out boldly to say this thing can work, it's because they've tried it, and yes, it truly works. So this streptozotocin was used to induce the diabetes in this lab rat, and then it turned out that after administering the black cumin seed, that's the Nigella sativa seed, for 1 month, there was a drastic reduction in the presence of the serum MDA, the plasma glucose, fasting plasma glucose, and all that. Just like in the lab, if you want to test for sugar, you want to test your blood sugar, we have a test we call fasting blood sugar. That test is done when you've not even taken anything in the morning, and then it's, you prick your thumb just to check the level of sugar, the concentration, and all that. So it's the same thing now, but this time around we're not using human being as experimental subjects. It's a rat, a lab rat, and it was discovered that administration of the black cumin seed for 1 month brought about drastic reduction in the blood sugar, and then there was increment in the endogenous antioxidant enzymes. That is a very good news. It means if it can work for the lab rat, it can work for the human beings too. And that is the more reason why Nigella sativa is present in Relief Blend, Relief Power Blend, and that is even the more reason why you should give it a try, because we have several testimony or testimonials of people that have taken Relief Blend, that have taken Relief Power Blend, and then it turned out that after administering this product to them, their blood sugar, crashed down and all that. And most times we always tell people, don't say because you have Relief Blend or Relief Power Blending, you want to just immediately stop whatever orthodox medicine you were using before. It could lead to what we call healing crisis, because the body is getting accustomed to something, then you withdraw it, you introduce something else. So it's better to just go gradually, go easy, go gentle. But still, visit our Facebook testimonial page and then you see various testimonials of people that have taken these our products and then they experienced drastic reduction in their blood sugar. It became normal. Blood sugar became normal. Okay, so continuing on the results obtained from the lab rats, it was discovered that the histology of pancreas in N. sativa treated group, that's the group of rats or mice that were treated with Nigella sativa, it was discovered that there was an improvement in their pancreatic beta cells degeneration. There was still improvement in inflammation and congestion as compared to the diabetic control, meaning the control now were these rats that were the diabetes was induced in them, but they were not administered Nigella sativa. While these our various samples were administered Nigella sativa, and then it was discovered that there was a huge reduction, like degeneration in their pancreatic beta cells. So that is enough proof that this Nigella sativa is actually effective in anti-diabetic control. So we all know now that Nigella sativa has anti-diabetic activity, and I would have loved to continue and then tell us more about other pharmacological effects of this Nigella sativa seed, but we've already made a resolve to make short videos. So on this N sativa seed, we have 3 more series. And one of the series is anti-hypertensive activity. Who is eager to learn about that? And then we also have neuroprotective effects of N sativa seed. And then we also have anti-inflammatory and analgesic effects, meaning it can work as a very, very good pain relief. So let's not start delving into that now. Let's wait till the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week, when we'll be done with Nigella sativa, and then we can move on to maybe beetroot or resveratrol. Resveratrol is a very, very interesting subject. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, okay, when are we going to get to that point? So watch the space, because we are going to continue from there next week. And I'm so glad you've been watching this from the beginning. You are such a very, very good encouragement. I really appreciate you all. So see you next week. Don't go anywhere. Bye. Hello. Welcome to another episode of ANTIDIABETIC videos. Okay, you'll see on your screen the picture of before and after. That's before when there was hair loss, then the after when the hair started growing back again from the root, and then the before of the weight gain, and then after some period of taking relief blend when he started shedding weight, and then the weight started going back to normal. And yes, about 2 weeks ago, I took Relief Power Blend to my church. I took a sample to my church, and then I decided to administer to 1 or 2 persons that volunteered, like that were interested in taking the supplement. So I was telling my choir coordinator, I'm sure you're watching this now, I was telling him, I said, a lot of people with fever, they get relieved almost immediately after taking Relief Power Blend. And he was like, I don't have fever. Then a woman, that's my choir secretary / treasurer now, she just said, this my daughter here, she has been battling with fever. And I said, okay, would you mind if I administer Relief Power Blend to her? She said, why not? And I gave her. And then last week in church, I was like, okay, please, those of you that I gave this thing to, did you notice any difference? Was there any difference at all? As in, can you testify about the potency of this product? And then she told me something so baffling. Mrs. Fumi, I know you're watching. She said, since that's the 2 weeks ago now, that I gave Relief Power Blend to her daughter, the fever disappeared. And not just that, she did not use any anti-malarial drug. And since that time till that last week Sunday when we met, the child has not even taken Heal. The child is okay, no fever, all the fever is gone. So I told her, I said, in my next video, I'm going to be featuring your daughter so that she would tell us by herself how effective or how potent this product is. So you might watch this space, because I'm surely going to bring that to our views. Thank you.
Tonics USA, simply the best.